All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing out there? I just want to have a quick hip-hop conversation with y'all. That's all, just a quick hip-hop conversation. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we've been talking about Future a lot more on my platform than in recent months. It's because he's got an album out and he's doing a lot of press. And not only is Future doing a lot of press, dude is opening up in these interviews. He's talking about the death of his former engineer, Seth Firkins. I really need to know the cause of death on Seth Firkins, man. Anybody who knows that information or can point me to that, y'all let me know. Anywho, Future's been doing a lot of press, a lot of interviews, and he's opening up. And probably the interview that he opened up the most to, in my eyes, was the one he did with rap genius Rob Markman. Salute to Rob over there. He does a great job. Now, in this interview, Future touched on a topic that I feel like a lot of y'all will have an opinion on, and I want y'all to share it in my comment box below. Future, we talked about this a couple times on my platform. Future and the amount of drug lyrics that are present in his music, right? What did Andre 3000 say last week? He makes the most negative, motivational, inspirational shit, something like that. Like, Future has kind of been coined as the trap artist who not only talks about trap, being in a trap, but he's getting specific in the drugs that he's not only selling to people, but he's using for himself, right? That's kind of like the new trap era of, it ain't about the seller no more, like kind of how it was when I was growing up. It's more or less about the person who uses, right? The trapper who moved the weight, but not only used the weight, kind of, I guess you could say the term, uses his own supply, right? He's kind of been the leader of that brand that's kind of taken over the last 8 to 10 years, him and Lil Wayne, right? Now, in this interview, Future admitted that he personally isn't even on lean. I don't know if this means Future isn't on any drugs or high doses of alcohol, but here's what we know. If a rapper can quit the lean, they probably can get rid of the demons of high alcohol use or any other drug that they might be consuming. Lean seems to be the biggest one in the rap world when you're in the studio. That's the one that seems like these rappers got to have more than anything else. So you got Future saying, I quit lean. I can't believe I heard this out of his mouth. He's like, I quit lean. In his interview with Rob Markman, Future said straight up and down, I didn't want to tell anyone that I stopped drinking lean. I didn't want to tell them because I felt like then they was going to be like, oh, his music changed because he ain't drinking lean no more. Or I can hear it when he changed it and people be like, damn, why don't you even say it? But it's hard when your fans are used to you being a certain type of way. Man, I thought that was some very deep shit. First off, I just appreciate Future's honesty in that moment, right? Because he could have lied about it. He didn't have to say that then, right? But he's letting you know I'm not on lean anymore. I appreciate Future's honesty in that moment, right? He could have literally just shied away from that comment. He didn't have to say that, right? That's a big deal to me because he has been looked at as the rapper that somehow, some way has to bring up drug usage in any record that he puts out. Any record. And he's probably still going to do it. But he's saying, yo, I don't do the lean, at least the lean anymore personally, but I still want to talk about it. And I was scared that my rap fans might turn their back on me because they're going to say I'm changing. I got a question for y'all. What y'all think about that comment? And I got a question for Future. What's wrong with changing, I guess? Is he, because where we're heading to is, it almost feels like Future is concerned about making different content, right? Like he's concerned about switching the content up and leaving the lean alone. So to me, the whole conversation kind of centers around the fact that Future wants people to know that he's not on lean, but he doesn't want to stop rapping about lean. Y'all rocking with that or not? Like, y'all tell me what y'all think. Future has been one of the guys that has always been able to speak to the younger generation. His music is still gonna go off at every festival in the country, right? But he's now admitting to you, unlike some of the other artists that we've seen visibly go through it and you can physically tell they're on the drugs in the moment, like right now, they're on it, right? No denying it. He's saying, I'm post that stage. I've got through it. And shit, I'm gonna be honest, I think there's a spot for Future in the culture to be that guy. The guy that really probably dealt with the lean and maybe really dealt with other drugs as well. I think it's dope as hell for somebody to rap post drug users, post lean era, and to say, I got through it and I'm physically okay, or shit, if he ain't physically okay, right? Rest in peace, Fredo Santana. Like, we need people to speak on shit like this in the culture, but I am only one person, and that's my opinion. He's got millions of other fans, younger fans, that he might kind of X out if he admits that I'm not going to stop talking about lean in my music or using lean. Like, I'm only one fan, and to be fair to Future and his base, they might turn on him, and he's admitting that I'm concerned about that. I guess the question I got for y'all is, should he care about those fans turning on him as he gets older? He's now 35, I believe. As he gets older, and we expect his music to somehow, some way become more friendly to an older market, or somehow, some way grow up with him a little bit. Should he care about those younger fans turning off his music, right? That's why you really gotta appreciate like certain rappers who come with theme projects every time. Like, this is why Kendrick and Cole and Drake and Jay, these are why these guys are household names, and people speak on them the most, and people say that people are riding their jocks or whatever. And you know, this is why we speak on these artists the most, because typically with every project, they find a way to mature their music. And even T.I.'s last album, right? The music is maturing. As he gets older, his music is maturing with his fan base. And he's not afraid to not sell a lot of copies anymore, because he knows the people in the hood's gonna still listen to him. His core fan base, the people that he wants his music to get to, they're still gonna listen to him. But he ain't gonna be able to hit that college market like he used to, or that younger teen market like he used to, because he's past that point. And it looks like Future's kind of boxed himself in to being all about that younger audience, and it looks like he's kind of afraid to move on. Let me read y'all some lyrics real quick from a record from Future that I really like. I like this whole Beast Mode 2 album that we got. It was entirely produced by Zaytoven, I believe. This was last year. We got this one last year, right? Let me read some of these lyrics, because Future's saying he's dropped lean. He's been off lean for a little minute now, right? Listen to these lyrics, and y'all tell me if y'all knew that Future was no longer on drugs, do these lyrics hit you a different way? The chorus is like, I'm trying to get high as I can. I'm trying to get high as I can. He says that over and over again. And this is how the first verse goes. He said, open up a seal, don't feel me. Showing out in public, show the real me. Pouring up in public, damn, I hate the real me. My mama stressing out, say these drugs got me. And I ain't been the same since that nigga shot me. Holding on that K, I hope you feel me. Loading up that cartridge right now, I hate the real me. Voices in my head, you the enemy. I got a portrait in my head, I built a dynasty. I gotta focus on this bread, you trying to marry me. Couple exotic ones in the bed, trying to share me. Few exotics going out the way, they trying to smash me. Let's just stop right there though. But listening to those lyrics, if you're a fan of Future, right? And if you know Future's not on the drugs that he was rapping about in a record like that, because that's a very personal record, right? Do you receive it differently is the question that I have for you guys. That's what I want to know in the comment box below. This is just some hip-hop down south shit that we love to have these conversations. What y'all think? Future admits that he's no longer doing lean, and he not only is not doing it, he was afraid to tell people that he wasn't doing it anymore. This is some very deep next level shit, because a lot of artists at this point in the game, they've been in the game as long as Future. Let's not focus on the age, but Future's been in the game at the center of hip hop for over a decade now. In that last generation, a lot of artists were done at this point in their careers, right? But now a guy like Future, who still has a fan base, a hive is what they call it, and can still make a hit record, right? A guy like Future, how does he age, right? And what does he do he's 35 now. How does he age? What does he do musically? Does he now got to become a guy who we want a theme project from, or do we still want to turn up music? This is a really good combo. And I want to have it in my comment box below. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. And go get Future's album. It drops this Friday. Tonight at midnight. It'll be out. The Wizard. I'm gonna check it out. And I might start doing like Twitch streams. Y'all follow me on my other YouTube, Ferro Reacts. We're gonna do more sports, video game type stuff, and maybe even like some live stream, listen to some music. So y'all tune in to that YouTube as well, and maybe I'll do a live stream and listen to some Future music tonight. Y'all talk to me. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. They are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO.
You're watching Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.